Welcome. I'm Dr. James Mwita, and I want to welcome you to the talk about the COVID-19 and the challenges it has posed to students who are revising and waiting for the exam. These are both high school students, that is in Form 4, and the Class 8 students, candidates, as well as the university students who are still at home and they are wondering what to do with the exams that they are yet to do anytime once we are declared free to move to back our normal activities. At this particular time, I know COVID-19 has posed serious threat to higher education. It is very true. This was something that was not expected. No one knew about it. But because we are living a time like this with many gadgets, with the online revision tips, as a scholar and as an academician, I want to encourage you as a student that it is possible for you to revise for your exams. Remember, the exam is meant not to challenge you, not to fail you, but it is to test what you have been learning and what you understood. Therefore, you can tackle it very well and you can emerge a victor. I have a book here that I have authored. This is the secret to unlock the doors of academic excellence. You can get this book, and when you contact me, I'm able to direct you where you can get this book. This book has got tips on how to revise. At a time like this, I'm going to give you 5 tips to revise for your exams while at home. Now, tip number 1, as a student, you need to be very conversant with who you are. And who you are goes along with knowing the areas that you are best in and the areas that you need to improve, the subjects that you need to improve. In this case, you give that subject the first priority in the timetable. And your timetable is the basis on how you can revise well at home. Therefore, you need to have a timetable. Draw a timetable. Don't complicate your timetable. Make it as simple and as easy as you can. Then, tip number 2, know your time. And the best time for you to revise a time like now, it is morning hours. It has been proved by scholars that your brain is very fresh and very sharp in the morning. So as a student, time like now, you can afford to do some exercise in the morning. You can afford to wake up in the morning and then you do your revision during morning time. The next tip number 2 is you find a quiet space. Yes, it is challenging that we have no enough space in our houses. For them that have good and spacious houses, you can locate a room that is very quiet and free for you. If you have no big space for yourself, you can create one. Actually, you don't need a very magnificent room for you to study. You need a special and a small room whereby you can concentrate. So create a space for yourself and then you'll be good to go. Tip number 3, it is you need to exercise. Exercise is very important to a student. In African setup, I know sometimes we ignore doing exercise, but I want to let you know it has been proved by scholars that exercise makes your brain to function very well and fast. Actually, it refreshes you. You become very fresh and you are able to do exercise as well. Therefore, exercise is very important as a student. Please, my good students, don't ignore doing exercise. That is one of the key tips that you can have. Then, another tip number 4, it is you need to make revision. Summary. You put your summary well. You must have a paper and a pen, a rough exercise book. This summary becomes very important because when you are revising for a particular topic, you don't need to come back again and repeat from the part of the introduction to the conclusion. No, you need to you can rush to your summary point and then you grasp the point that you need to have. And the last tip for you is that you need also to reward yourself. You know, sometimes we don't know how to reward ourselves. When we revise and you just go and you try to remind yourself what you've been learning and you feel like you are remembering some key point, you tell yourself, yes, you are good, you are getting it. That is reward. Reward yourself. Reward yourself and you'll be good to go. Follow me to the next level where we will be looking at time management. How can we be good time managers as students during this time of COVID-19?